Good morning, VC. It's Glenn Kellaway coming from the basement. It is Tuesday morning. We are going to go into a bit of a hot spell here in Ontario, Canada. The next 4 days are like almost like summer. It's really going to be very nice, and we can melt, hopefully, a lot of that snow that's still hanging around. Um, this is a contest entry for my friend Jeff Whitcher. Jeff Whitcher, Vinyl Destination is the name of this gentleman's channel. Jeff is one of the cool guys on the VC. He shows a lot of great music, is very knowledgeable when it comes to music, and also throws a lot of humor into his channel with responding to viewer comments. And he did a really funny one the other day at night. He was sneaking into his uncle's house to steal some records. It really makes me laugh. He's a great guy. And we don't live that far apart. He's in Detroit. I'm about 5 hours away from him. So, and I want to go to Detroit because my bucket list is to go to the Motown Museum and go to Third and Band Records. So we're going to make that happen one day, if not in 2021, in 2022, when all this COVID stuff settles down and we're all safe and we can drink beer and have fun. So Jeff's contest, first of all, he's celebrating 500 subs. 1 year in the VC, celebrating the anniversary and the subs. 1 year, 500 subs. Think about that. That's pretty outstanding. Shows how good a channel he has. I'll be celebrating my 1 year anniversary the end of March, and I got 380 subs. So he's shot past me. Bastard. Oh, did I say that out loud? Jeff's contest. Show 5 albums that shaped your musical tastes. I like this idea. So I gotta start, obviously. Everybody probably knows what I'm gonna start with. The Beatles. 1964, 11 years old, Ed Sullivan Show. I'd heard the Beatles on the radio before, within a couple of months before the Sullivan Show on Chum AM in Toronto, 1050 Chum. And the first Beatles album I bought was the Canadian one called Beatlemania, Meet the Beatles, Beatlemania. But I guess the UK version of that is this, because I don't have the Canadian version with the Beatles. So that was my first album, and man, that changed my life. Just not just musically. These guys were and still are like heroes and idols. Oh my God, how they changed my life. Next, I'm going to go with the Stones. Now, when the Stones came out, I didn't know what the blues were. No idea. To me, it was Rolling Stones music. I didn't know. They were introducing me to the blues. Took me a couple of years to figure that out, but a lifelong love of the blues and the Stones. These I'm going to show 2. Sorry, Jeff. But yeah, so the Stones. Number 3, very important man in my life, John Hartford. This is John's album called Morning Bugle. I first saw John on the Glenn Campbell Good Time Hour, which was a summer replacement show for the Smothers Brothers show back in the late 60s. Maybe 69, 70, something like that. And Glenn obviously had a hit of John's beautiful song, Gentle on My Mind, one of the most recorded songs in history. And John would come on, and he had long hair, and he would play his banjo and sing these kind of quirky songs. There's John there with a fiddle in his hand, but that's what you saw. Like, he would just fit right in with my crowd. We just, and the music was so different than what we would be listening to, Hendrix and all that stuff. But that's when I first started to take notice that the banjo was more than just a hillbilly instrument. And John became, just a hero of mine. And I know people have seen, if they've watched my videos, that I did meet John. Met him on a couple of occasions. The one time he signed my photograph that I took of him, it's proudly hanging on my wall. John's a hero and introduced me really to a love of acoustic music that has gone on all my life. I love acoustic music so much, and the banjo. I bought my first banjo in 1975, I think, and yeah, just it's been a love affair ever since. So thank you, John, wherever you are. Next, 1966. This album came out, blew everyone's minds, and opened our minds. Frank Zappa, Mothers of Invention, Freak Out. What a different record this was. And I was lucky enough that a friend of mine caught on to these guys right away and had this album pretty early on when it came out. I don't know if I had, how long it would have ever taken me to discover them. So this came out in 66. 68, I saw them perform at Convocation Hall in Toronto. That's the concert hall that's affiliated with University of Toronto. It's on the University of Toronto grounds. Amazing concert, crazy. But yeah, Frank Zappa and the Mothers. Just the musical ideas is just incredible. Okay, another one, 66, 67. Jefferson Airplane, Surrealistic Pillow. The whole San Francisco scene just exploded, and I just loved it. I love Jefferson Airplane. It's like one of the top 10 albums of all time, in my opinion. Country Joe and the Fish, The Grateful Dead, Quicksilver. Oh man, you could go on, and I'm just infatuated with that whole scene, and I love it when my friend Norman Maslov, when Mazzy talks about his days growing up in those times, I'm just sitting there and just with drool coming down my face watching those videos. Just it's that whole era and scene, and the music that came out of it is just really, really amazing. Really shaped a lot of my musical thoughts. That's 5, but I got to do one more because just you got to get jazz in there too. How did I become a jazz fan? Listening to acoustic musicians after John Hartford, like David Grisman, the David Grisman Quartet, Hot Dog. Look at that picture on that cover. Isn't that great? There's David. Mandolin player, came out of the bluegrass scene, totally took that in another direction and invented a music called dog music, which was, because that's his nickname, Dog, D-A-W-G. Yeah, kind of just almost invented a whole new genre of jazz grass, and turned me into a fan of jazz and acoustic music and instrumental music and all that. So that's my picks. Jeff, congratulations on 500 subs. Congratulations on 1 year. And peace out, everyone. Have a great day.